What's up, everybody? Hashtag 40 Acre Addicts. I'm your host, Steven, joined by my co-host, Henry. We're back at it for a Sunday morning convo. Same thing we do every
Combo,
Sunday.
baby.
Yes, sir. Quarterback room nation. The best quarterback room in the nation. Second year in the row with losing and departure of Malik Murphy, but gaining Trey Owens, who showed the ball out two weekends ago, Springs game.
Yeah, who just happened to beat Arch Manning 35-34.
Yes. Yeah, there are rumors that there was holding on that last Hail Mary call and that they should have had a chance to run it back. But Shark called it game. It's game.
That's right.
Orange team wins again. Don't it seem like Orange team wins almost every year, Henry?
What's the deal?
I don't know.
Maybe it's because Orange is taking the home side and White takes the away side. So in football spirits, they're just like, you can't do this. The home field's supposed to be over here. Can't do that. I don't know.
Exactly. I think, all in all, it was a great spring game. They both did great. I would have loved to see more of Quinn, but with that being said, we've seen Quinn in the Big 12 championship live and in person. We know what he looks like.
We know what he's going to be about. As long as he stays healthy, man, he's going to rock the nation.
Yeah.
Just stay healthy, Quinn, and you got it, baby.
That was a hell of a game to go to.
Yeah, that was one of the best.
Mm-hmm.
Everything about that game was good. Just touchdown after touchdown, good play after good play. Like, we was never in doubt about winning.
I think the best part of the whole game was months later when me and you went to spring game and got to see the engraved 23
baby,
chip put on the stadium and know that we were part of that, supporting our team like fans are supposed to do.
We got the videos of us supporting the team as they were rolling up on the bus before the game.
Yeah.
Hyping them up.
Yeah. Oh, Henry's a good hot man. Henry's a good hot man.
It's easy.
You should have been there in the Puff Daddy days when he was on stage just dancing for Biggie.
I told you about this, bro. You already had me rolling earlier.
Tell you, if T'Vondre Sweat was Biggie, Henry would have been Puff Daddy over there fucking dancing, getting them hyped up pre-game. Man, I got two questions to ask you, Henry, and anyone out there watching who may have more knowledge, but I know you have your connections to alumni, and I feel like Ramon's bullshitting when he was talking about it, but he said that in order for you to get season tickets at the University of Texas, you have to donate to the University of Texas before you even buy the season tickets.
I don't know.
And I don't believe that.
I think he's freestyling.
I think him and his little relative that's doing this, apparently, he's freestyling. That's what I think.
I can find out later.
Yeah, I would really like to know that one.
Yeah, I'll send a message out. I can find out.
And then the other
I know an alum or two.
Yeah. And then the other question I got is if anybody out there knows how to get field passes and not be a damn high school recruit or a transfer, or just how in the hell does your boys get on field pass? DM in the bottom, leave a comment, let us know, and we can give y'all even better content. We get a hold of that, we'll give you the best damn content you'll ever have.
Heard that.
Now, I can understand it's probably going to be very limited when you get on-field passes in a real game scenario because they're not going to want you near no playbooks.
Heard that.
They probably got a little section though for you to be at. I just hope it doesn't take you actually having to be a person of stature with the university or with ESPN or something like that for you to be able to get in like that. That would be a real bummer. We just have to stick to them sideline seats.
Yeah, I was cracking that ESPN cameraman up every time he
Yeah.
walked by. Go, dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun, and then look up there and be like, just stop it. Every time he walked by, dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
I miss the old ESPN sounds and like the NFL sounds from back in the day. I can't do it good at all, so don't quote that. But you're talking about all the opera music that played for the NFL, and then all the little themes, ESPN, and hell, even NCAA back in the day with the before the game got to the main menu, it would have its preview trailer, and until like '09, I think, when they quit doing it, but they would always have real life players, real life students recorded going EA Sports. If it's in the game, it's in the game, and that was cool. But all that's kind of, you know,
In the
now,
past, man.
now all you hear is ballin', like, and all that, and bitch, I'm from Texas, and all that. You know what I mean? Like, that's what you hear at the games nowadays.
Yep. I can't wait to go to a night game this year, man. See that blacked out stadium.
Oh man,
It's gonna be sick.
I just saw them posted again on Instagram too of the blackout. They
Yeah,
love showing that
we'll
off.
be there in 2024.
Yeah, it'd be very interesting.
So back to our quarterback room.
What else
I
can you
mean,
say?
even if number 1 and number 2 goes down, like our third string is just as good as they
It
are
starts at most universities throughout Power Fives in the country
right now.
right now.
All 3 of our quarterbacks, if they were to transfer out of Texas, would land on teams that would start them. And Sark's got that in the bag. There ain't nobody worried about any of them transferring. Not one person.
Mm-mm.
They're going to sit there, they're going to learn from Sark, and they're going to wait their time. And when their time comes, whoo, buddy, get ready, nation.
Yeah, it's the dream scenario didn't happen with Malik, but it's very possible with Trey Owens. You could have all 3 potential first and second rounds within the next 3 seasons, literally.
3 to
But
4 seasons.
I'm also in just so much excitement about it all because we got a Trey, what's his name? I almost said Trey Lance, but that's not the name. Our commit for the 2025 season quarterback,
KJ Lacey.
KJ Lacey, and then the other one, which I do not know if he's committed to a school yet, but he was at the spring game for attendance, though we could not find him. Too many people, but yeah, KJ Lacey's going to come in and he's going to want that spot too. He's going to want to be number 2 and number 1. I'm sure he won't mind backing up because he's seen Arch do it and what it's doing for Arch, and he's going to see what it does for Trey. But yeah, I'd love to see him come in and do his thing. I know after all this is said and done and 2030 comes, I don't want people to overshadow Quinn like he wasn't one of the better ones, because we have to also remember Quinn took over a 5-7 team. Quinn took Texas out of the old days and brought Texas back officially.
Hats off to Mr. Ewers for that.
Sir, because you got 13 years of quarterbacks that could not do it. And he did it. And now he's giving Arch an easy slate. He's giving Trey Owens an easy slate. He's giving KJ Lacey the gates to heaven. By the time it gets to KJ's turn, we're going to be Bama, Georgia status. They won't even
Yep.
be talking about Bama and Georgia anymore.
This
Georgia,
is what I want to mention. In all the years we've been going to spring games, have we ever seen a freshman quarterback ball like that?
no. The last time
Ever,
I saw one even come
ever.
close was Shane Bouchel in his spring game in 2016. And Sam was kind of all right in the 2017 one, but when him in 2017, they both didn't look great. And they
They didn't
battled
look
it
like
out.
this.
And we didn't know who was the starter until week one.
That boy was dropping dimes all day long. It
Yes.
didn't matter the pressure. It didn't matter the rush. It didn't matter what. He was dropping dimes as a freshman. Probably as a redshirt
I've
freshman at
never
that.
never seen so many. I'm not going to say 60, 70, even though I know there was a 75-yarder in there. But I'm going to say I've never
There was two
so
or three
many.
75-yarders.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I've never seen so many 45 and plus passes for touchdowns in a game in person, not in a spring game.
Arch's first pass was a 75-yard touchdown to DeAndre Moore. Very first pass. This is incredible. It's an incredible spring game. Sark's got the quarterback room figured out to a T. None of these guys are trying to transfer. They all love each other.
Well,
They're
you
all
got
here.
guys
They
like
love Sark.
so Moore, Cook, balling out the way they are. I already know I missed the name, but
Yeah,
my goodness,
it's going to really shock me if Ryan Wingo isn't a starter come August 31st.
Henry,
It's going to blow my mind.
Henry.
What?
There's a white pit bull that looks just like mine, but it's not. I mean, a replica of her. And she's being followed and humped by two chihuahuas.
Oh, you better go put a stop to that. That's going to ruin that pit bull now.
Oh, it's a
Yeah,
boy pit bull.
which is why we should have done the video from in your room.
Oh man, dog. That's a pretty pit bull.
Fuck.
That's a pretty pit bull. Come here, puppy.
Yeah, we got to take a TV timeout while Steven plays with some random dog in the
Hopefully
street.
I don't get bit. I've already been bit on this block by a fucking dog.
Mm.
Thumb fucking tooth went through the thumb, just so y'all know. I lost half of my thumbnail for like 8 months on this block. Oh man, they're pretty.
Yeah, so I'm so stoked about the. We had 3 viewers and they went to 0 when you started talking about the dog.
My bad. I'm gonna roll my window up on them. But they're having fucking gay sex in my yard. It's a boy dog getting humped by two boy chihuahuas.
Well, you probably got a upside down pineapple out there somewhere.
That one happened. He wants some. Oh man, it's horrible. Sure are pretty though. All right, so man,
I'm honestly hoping to see Trey Owens get some backup time this year. That's how good he was this spring game. I'm hoping that we blow people out so bad at the beginning of the season that Arch, comes in, takes the third quarter, and Trey takes the fourth.
if there's a few things I would like to see Shark improve on, which is hard to say because he's improved in almost everything. But there's two things I like.
Every single year, he's doing better and
Yeah,
better and better.
this year I feel like is the year to overcome two things. That first thing is actually blowing out people you're supposed to blow out. Don't have,
Fact.
don't have a fucking Houston or West Virginia keeping it close in the fourth quarter. Maybe the first and second, but by the third quarter, y'all need to be taken off. There don't need to be these close games with these teams that are unnecessary to have close games with. It just causes
Right.
more stress when you actually do get to the big dogs. The other thing, which is just as important, if not more, is I need to see Steve Sarkisian when the conference championship week is over and we're waiting for the playoffs or whatever we're waiting on, I need to see him keep this team together. We have seen twice already going into bowl games, playoff games, and get our asses handed to us. Like, we're unprepared. We don't have that rhythm we had just a month ago. It's all gone. What are you doing in this 3 to 4 week period that's not keeping these boys in rhythm? That's something he needs to overcome this year. If he overcomes those two things, I think we win it all.
We got a good chance of winning it all. It's going to be between us, Georgia, and Ohio State.
Yeah, that's why that Georgia game's so scary, because we already know it's a 85-90% chance we're playing them twice. We'll be seeing them in Atlanta.
Yep. And if you didn't see, Bijan Robinson tweeted, whoever wins the Georgia-Texas game will win the national championship. I'm like, I agree with you, sir. I agree with you 100%.
But with doing that, they also got to beat the other one twice. Because we've already seen Georgia beat Alabama, then go to the conference championship
and lose
Alabama twice. Either way, they lost the one conference championship game and it knocked them out the playoff, which wouldn't be a thing now because there's so many more spots. But you're not getting that first round bye.
Yep. Yep. I can't wait. What is it, October 18th or some shit? It's going to be insane. That's going to be the game of all games this year. It's going to be a game. It's going to be a fight.
It's going to be... Oh, I got to get comfortable.
I just hope our defense improves in the secondary. Because our quarterbacks were lighting them son of guns up in the spring game. Lighting them up.
Well, I've heard a lot of good of Jahdae Barron with versatility. They're saying,
Jahdae Barron's solid.
They're saying that he's the only one that can guaranteed play any position in the backfield.
Mm-hmm. I'm hoping, because if our secondary comes out and does even 15% better than they did last year, we'll be good. We'll be all right. Just make that little bit of percentage better than you were last year.
I think, man, really, and it's I don't know who to put the blame on. I don't know if the safeties needed to have been supporting the corners more, or if these corners just needed to step up and cover these receivers better. But we lost Brooks. Still don't understand why, other than the weight issue and possibly starting.
He couldn't keep up with the freshmen, bro.
Malik Muhammad
is a dog.
And then
he's a dog.
What was his brother we got? What was his name?
We didn't get Malik's brother. He went to or his cousin. He went to USC, I think.
Oh shit.
Yeah. But we got the Clemson safety, Makuba. So we got him and the Raptor back there, and between those two, I think that's sewed up. Starting positions, they'll be fine. The Raptor's going to be he's going to be a Hall of Famer in the NFL.
Raptor is impressive.
Yeah. And then we got and then we didn't even mention Michael Taft. Michael Taft's solid. Michael Taft's 100% solid.
I was just about to bring him up because I feel like Michael Taft and Jahdae Barron are going to lead these DBs. I feel like Michael Taft's going to be more of the verbal leader. I think Jahdae is going to do a lot of leading by example.
Yep.
And it's just feelings. It ain't nothing based on anything real. But when he rocked that number 7, for the reason why he's rocking that number 7, man, I got a feeling Jahdae is going to be in that Thorpe Award top. I don't think Michael Taft will be. I think Michael Taft will be drafted, anywhere fourth to sixth round, he's going to make it. But I think Jadae Barron
100%.
is going to be a Thorpe Award finalist. I think he's going to have a Huff. Honestly, I don't even think he's rocking the Huff jersey, but I see him having more of an Aaron Ross season in 2006 and 7.
That would be spectacular.
I see a lot more because Huff was strictly Texas. Shut up. That's all you got to do with that. But Michael Huff was strictly a corner. He never, hardly ever played safety. Aaron Ross was a lot more versatile, and that's why I think Jadae Barron would be a lot more like Aaron Ross. But
Yeah,
they both.
I'm not worried about Jadae. I'm not worried about Malik. I'm not worried about the Raptor or Makuba. It's just who's going to take Brooks' spot. Is it going to be McDonald? Is it going to be Wardell Mack? Is it going to be Kobe Black, the freshman? I mean, he was burnt by Ryan Wingo himself.
Yeah,
So, I mean,
I think Kobe Black needs another year or two.
We got to get that. We got to get that other cornerback figured out.
Interested to see what the game has all these boys rated as. I want to see who gets fucked. Because if you're looking at these DBs, I see Jadae Barron, just through experience, being the highest graded player. Out of the young fools,
I don't know, because Makuba, I think, was a freshman All-American.
Do you have your computer
for
in
Clemson. So,
do you have your computer in hand?
No.
Okay. Let's say we need to look.
Yeah, but Makuba might be ranked the highest on our team. I don't know, because Malik Muhammad ain't one person talking bad about him. Matter of fact, the only catch that was caught on him was by Jonte Cook, and that was an amazing catch and an amazing throw by Quinn, if you remember correctly. Wow.
Oh, did you see that video I sent you of that receiver and on a 7-and-7 catching that touchdown, that DB?
And then him knocking him out?
He patted him on the head and took off to run around, and he sucker punched him.
Yeah.
Sucker
that was
punched
wrong.
the shit out of him.
Knocked him out cold.
You would have did that to my teammate.
It's not hard to do when you're hitting a man from behind. You know what I mean?
Who is completely unaware you're even coming after him. He was
right.
He had no idea you were behind him.
You want big boy status, you do it like my brother and knock him out face to face.
Yeah.
Put them to sleep while they're looking at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't agree with that hitting from behind shit.
Knocked out is coward. You don't know it.
Yeah, that's some coward ass shit right there.
The camera started to wiggle, falling on me. So
yeah,
who out of these quarterbacks that are going to be coming in this draft next year, be Carson Beck, you'll have Dylan Gabriel, Quinn Ewers,
Shadae Sanders.
Okay, and Prime's already made that comment on Twitter, saying that his son's a top 5 pick. Out of these guys, these quarterbacks, who do you think? Because I already know we're going to have another offensive draft like we just did this past draft in the first round, where it's mainly offensive players, and I guarantee you 4 or 5 quarterbacks are going in those first 10 or 15 picks. Who's going first?
It depends, bro. If Quinn comes out and has the season he's supposed to have, it's him. He's better than all of them. He has the potential to be better than all of them.
Higher quarterback rating than all of them coming out of high school. The greatest quarterback to ever come out of high school.
He's got one of the better teams around him too. No, I don't think any other quarterback in the league has an offensive line like what we're fixing to bring back.
I would say out of the names we just named, Carson Beck would be the closest.
Yeah, it'd have to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah,
But
coming in this
if
season.
Quinn comes out and does his fucking thing, there is no reason why he shouldn't
Oh,
be the first
we're
quarterback
not
selected.
Howard. We're not
Who?
mentioning Howard from Ohio
Will
State.
Howard?
Yeah. He may not be, but they're hyping him to be that he is it. He is him. That's how they're hyping him up to be. But
Yeah, I mean,
with the subject we're on, he does got the line, like Texas and Georgia does. You know Ohio recruits.
yeah.
They're rated above us for a reason. Georgia's number 1, Ohio State's number 2, and we're number 3.
Yep.
Which is good because I think Quinn Ewers likes it better that way, starting off as number 3.
I think every Longhorns fan should like it that way. Because the higher they rank us, it seems like the worse we play.
Well, be prepared because we win against Georgia in week 5, I believe it is.
Oh, and it's like 7 or 8.
You sure it's that far back?
It's after Oklahoma, I think.
Let me black out for just 1 second, but you'll.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's in the latter end of October. We got a TV timeout brought to you by the 40 Acre Addicts. Steve-O is looking some information up so we don't look stupid on here. Thank you, Steve-O. Yep. I think it's a bye, though, after Oklahoma and then Georgia. So we'll have that extra preparation week, but...
No, sir. No, sir. It's the week
Oh,
after.
it's not? It's the week after.
Yeah, 7 days. 7 days. Yes, sir, brother. 7 days. So, that being said, you know what that tells us? We don't need to play around with Oklahoma. We need to beat them and beat them quick and get out of there. Put in some backups, get some playing time, and recuperate. We don't need to have a close game with Oklahoma this year. As much as we know it could happen, and it usually does, we need to make this the year like it was 2 years ago when we 49 and 0'd them.
It's the most unpredictable game of the season. It doesn't matter who's ranked what quarterback is there, what quarterback's not there. You never know with this game. Never fucking know. And I love that about it because you can't predict it. Nobody predicted Quinn Ewers to whoop him 49-0 his first year. Nobody. They embarrassed them.
It's going to be beautiful, though.
And then we come back last year and lose at the last second. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. I sound like Biden up here. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. I love kids.
On that note, what was... Yeah, I had a brain fart now. You done went to Joe Biden.
Yeah. We should be all right. We should.
That's worse than Puff Daddy.
Mm.
But, yeah. If we beat Georgia, back on the topic I was on, from that point on in the season, we're number 1 in the nation.
Yeah.
We'll jump Ohio State. I guarantee you, by that week, it's still going to be the same. Because I don't think any of those teams are losing. I don't think we're losing. I don't think Ohio State's losing. I don't think Georgia's losing. Not in week 7. There's nobody that's on the roster that's going to stop them by that time. So when that week comes, we win. We're jumping number 1. Ohio State's going to sit at number 2. Georgia's probably going to jump to like 6, and somebody's going to take number 3.
I wouldn't be surprised if it isn't Oregon because they got a 9-year returning starter.
Yes, 42-year-old Dylan Gabriel. Who started his career in 2003 at the University of Central Florida. Played 12 years there, transferred to Oklahoma for 7 years.
Yeah. So don't be surprised if you see Oregon up there this year because they got a.
They got a quarterback that went to high school with Tom Brady and Peyton Manning.
They got an old one over there in Oregon,
He's
boys.
close to collecting Social Security checks and shit. But yeah, besides Dylan Gabriel's old ass, let's talk some Shadir Sanders because Shadir Sanders has a lot to prove. Deion's got a lot to prove. This Colorado Buffs has got a lot to prove this season.
Yeah, and Deion, it don't matter how good your quarterback is, dude. If you don't have offensive line to protect that boy, he's not going to play very well. Okay.
Such a I don't even know what you'd call it. It was like the Titanic almost. Deion was like, "Look upon my ship of Colorado, da da da," and they're selling. It's looking fucking good. Those first 4 weeks, boy. And Shadir Sanders
Ooh.
like, yeah. And all of a sudden, Shiloh Sanders and Travis Hunt's like, "Hey, what's that up ahead?" And here comes their first loss. And that fucking bitch sunk so damn quick.
It did.
Only people who managed to escape were Shiloh, Travis, Shadu, and Deion. They
Yeah.
escaped with a few assistants, a few coordinators, and a few players, and left the rest to sink to the bottom of the ocean.
And I heard he was talking mad stuff about the Big 12 the Big 12 contenders. Like they're going to be easy to go through. Take it from a Longhorn fan. There's no game easy in the Big 12. Like I'm sorry, they're just not.
Josh Payton said it best. It is going to be America's conference this year because it is going to be the most interesting conference to watch because every game, every week is going to be 50-50 competitive. Nobody's going to
It
have a real
really
advantage
is.
over anybody. It's the most equalized all across the board conference.
True. True that.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it is.
It's a better thing for the Big 12 that the two powerhouses that were dominating it for so long are gone. Though we had our downfalls a lot within the last decade, but all in all, in Big 12 history, Texas and OU were it. And
Yeah.
now you're giving all those other smaller schools like the Baylors and the Texas Techs to be conference championships more often and to make playoff appearances more often.
Right, because they're with Texas and OU gone. Everybody's like, so you're telling me we have a chance?
So
You're telling
there's
me
a
we got a
chance.
chance?
Straight Jim Carrey in that motherfucker. So you're telling me there's a chance.
Everybody's thinking it now. You're telling me we have a chance. Texas and OU are gone. Let's go. It's our year, baby.
It is our year, dog.
Every single one of them are saying that. Houston, Texas Tech, everybody, Baylor, Kansas State, Colorado.
Kansas is good too. That's the other quarterback we didn't even bring up. Maybe because he doesn't have the offensive line and the team quite like the rest of them do. But
And he was hurt a lot last year.
he's healthy this year. He's a Heisman finalist.
Yeah, he's
I
a
think
soldier.
he may not be the 3, but he'll be
What's
the
his
5.
name? Jalen Daniels?
No, that's LSU, but
That was LSU's.
it's just like that though.
Yeah,
I can't
I
remember.
can't remember.
But yeah, baller.
All right, buddy.
Oh, you getting tired? You about ready to wrap?
I ain't getting tired, but
Yeah. How long we been on here?
35.
Alrighty, everybody. As soon as you said that, well, about 3 people clicked off. They knew what time it was.
Y'all give us a like and subscribe, man. Y'all help us out. It's free.
Yes.
So all you have to do is push a button.
Yes. And tell your friends to subscribe. Put it out there. Shout it off on top of a building. The bee's knees. Out of 9. It exists. It's out there.
We're the funniest Longhorn podcast around. I tell you that.
So we will for sure be back next Sunday like we always are on our Sunday specials. We love drinking coffee and talking Texas football on Sunday mornings. But stay tuned for more highlights this evening, more highlights through the weeks. And till next weekend, hook 'em. What is that?
Hook 'em.
Hook 'em. Thought I lost Cat. Thought he had a stroke on me. Love you, big dog.